Oh, hello there, children. Today, we're going to learn about math. We're working on section 4.2, function notation. See, we have f of x equals square root of x, and g of x equals x squared. Now, if I take the problems a, g of 2, which one of these do you think you'd plug it into? That's right, g of x. And b clearly then must go with f of x. So, answer to a is g. 2 equals 2 squared. The answer to b is f of 4 equals the square root of 4. And that's function notation.
Represents f of x equals x. This line represents the 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4, 4 for the coordinates, and so on. So the line intersects at 0, where the y and the x meet. To move the line, we're going to move it up 4 right now. So, moving things up and moving things down involve adding, or to go down, you could subtract, but we're going to go up right now. So, you add 4, so 2, the original number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go over 1, and it keeps going from there. And then if you wanted to go sideways with it, you could take your line and add parentheses, and adding it, well, when you have parentheses around an addition problem, it'll make it go that way. But if you, again, had a minus sign, you would go that way. But we're just going to stick with the plus sign. So you're going to go over 4, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The new line is there. And that's 4.3.
So, this is the function of a parabola, which is the quadratic family. The translations for it, as you saw in 4.3, lines of motion, we simply need to add things to the equation. So, let's move it to the left 2. So, put this in parentheses, and then inside the parentheses, we will plus 2. Now, we move the parabola to the left, 2, 1, 2. So we'll make a point here, and then we'll make a point here, 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 here. We will here, here, here. And as you can see, the parabola is moved over to the left too. Now, if we take out the parentheses, and we go simply plus 2, the graph will be moving up too. So our starting point is here, goes here, 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 and here. Done.
Hey, I'm here today to teach you about math, the most intense subject you'll ever learn in school. This right here is the parent function y equals square root of x. This is the basis for your square root family. This is a reflection. Do you know what a reflection is? It's the same thing, but reflected on the y-axis. That's why there's a negative symbol. This is another reflection. It is a reflection on the x-axis. Clearly, because it's in parentheses. But what happens if you put it on the negatives? It's a double flip on the y and x-axis.
This is the equation for a circle. That's poop. Probably shouldn't
What do
start.
I draw?
Okay. So, you know what? I'm just going to start recording, and I'm going to stand over here with you.
Alright.
Okay, so this is lesson 4.8, composition of functions. Basically, this section is all about combining what we've learned in the other sections. So, if we needed to take a graph, such as f of x equals x plus 3, and a graph g of x equals x square root of x, and we needed to find a way to combine these. Thank you. We don't technically have a way to do that, so that's what composition of function is. And if you'll notice here, this says g of x or g of f of x. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to pick a random number. So let's say 3. So just doesn't really matter. So the first thing we do is we plug in 3 to our f of x equation, which is the first thing inside the parentheses. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. So that is the result of our f of x function. After that, we use what we found in f of x to find our variable for g of x. So we plug in 6 to g of x. So the square root of 6 would be the answer to g of f of x.
So what's the square root of 6?
I don't care.
2.
And that's composition of function.